Hi guys, it's Knife here, and I'm coming on today to do my TBR for the Fall Into Readathon. And this is the second round of this readathon. I did participate last year and had a lot of fun. There's a lot of cool prompts because it is going to be fall time. And yeah, so this is going to be held between September 23rd and September 29th. Now I'm also doing another readathon during that same week. So I will be reading a lot of books and probably pulling out my hair and going insane. But, you know, we're used to that on this channel, so hey, why not? This is being hosted by Clint from Reads Readers and Melanie from Completely Melanie. I love them both. They are wonderful people. And if you haven't checked out their channels, please go check out their channels down below. I will be linking their announcement videos. Now I do have books for all of these except for the first prompt, and I will explain why. So the first one is School's in Session. Now you're supposed to read the group book, which is Killing November by Adriana Mather. Now, I want to read this book, but the only way I was going to read this book was on Scribd, because my library doesn't have it either ebook or physical. And so Scribd actually has the audiobook, but I have listened to too many audiobooks already this month, and that one has become unavailable. If you don't know, Scribd is a paid service where they offer audiobooks, physical or ebooks. They have music, other documents, and it's really I really love it. I've read a lot of and listened to a lot of books, but as you listen to, like for the example, I've listened to several audiobooks this month already, and I thought I had figured it out and I thought I was okay, but I think I listened to one or two too many, and they will cut you off for newer releases or more popular books, and then they'll just push it off till the following month, which doesn't help when you're you needing it for a readathon. It's totally my fault. I knew this is the way they do this. I should have just not listened to audiobooks, but I was in the mood for an audiobook. I had kind of, my eyes were bothering me and I wanted to listen to an audiobook, and yeah, so I'm not going to be able to read that book for this readathon. You can also buddy read a book, but I don't have anybody that I can buddy read a book with, unless if one of you guys wants to buddy read a book, let me know. If you're interested in buddy reading with me for this week, for the anytime during the 23rd to the 29th, and then I can use that for this prompt. If not, I will just have to not do this particular prompt, which is, I mean, it's okay too. I hate to do that, but unfortunately, that's kind of the way it is. The second prompt is who wants candy corn, and me, because I love candy corn. And this is read a book with yellow and or orange on the cover. And for this one, I picked Beautiful Chaos. It is kind of a goldy yellow, but it's still yellow. And this is by Cami Garcia and Margaret Stoll. This is the third book in the Beautiful Creatures series. I'm really, really, really loving these books. And this one actually, it's still quite a big book, but it is a little shorter than the other two. And I've been listening to these on audiobook and just loving the audiobooks. I really enjoy the way it's the atmosphere. You can, they have music because there's a specific little song that kind of runs through these, and they sing it, and it's with the music, and it's amazing. You can hear the thunder in the background sometimes, or the wind, and other things that you hear through these books. Now, since this is the third book in the series, I can't really go into detail about what this one is about, because I don't want to spoil the first two if you want to read this series. The first one starts out, for the first two at least, it is told from a boy's perspective. He is in this small town in North Carolina, and he's kind of over it. He is tired of the small-mindedness of this small town, and he just wants to get out. His mother has passed away the year before the first book, and he's still having a hard time dealing with that. And he's been having dreams, and he's been dreaming of this girl. He can't see her face, and he's trying to save her, continuously trying to save her in these dreams. So he goes to school for the first day of his junior year. I think the first one is junior year, if I'm not mistaken. And lo and behold, he meets this new girl, and he figures out that this girl is the girl in his dreams. She is a caster, which is a witch, but in this series, that witch is kind of a bad word. They prefer to be called casters. There are different kinds of casters. There are also different other creatures. We get a taste of that in the first book. In the second one, we get a lot more of that. And I'm sure this one will continue that, where we'll get to see a little bit more of the world and a little bit of this caster world and how it works with our world. And the girl he meets actually has kind of a curse on her, and we find out about that. And so it's just so good. I'm really loving it. There is a movie. I haven't seen it yet, but I've decided I want to finish reading the books, because sometimes, they take from not just the first, they'll take from the other books, and I don't want to spoil anything. I want to continue reading these, and then, like I said, I might try to see if I can find the movie and watch it. But I'm really, really, really enjoying these books. Okay, so the next one is Double Double Toil and Trouble, Read a Witchy Read. And for that one, I picked Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson. Kaylin and I did listen to An Enchantment of Ravens, which was her first book. We really enjoyed that one. That one was a fae book. But this one is about a girl. She is in a magical library, and something about the grimoires, which are, if you don't know what a grimoire is a witch's book. It's her book of spells, or his book of spells. And so there's a lot with the grimoires and this library. I think she gets banished or somebody helps her. I don't know a lot about it. I don't want to. I want to go into this book not knowing too much, because I kind of want to immerse myself and not be expecting things. I don't do that often, but for this one, for some reason, I want to. You have seen this one on another TBR, but I had it on ebook and I didn't get to it. But my library got the physical, and I thought I would try to read it this way. So, but yeah, it's Sorcery of Thorns. And that one has kind of gotten a little bit of buzz. I haven't really heard any bad reviews. I have heard reviews that were kind of meh, that people liked it, but it was just okay. And then I've heard people say that they absolutely loved it. So, and I'm hoping I'll be one of those people that really, really loved it. So the fourth one is Pumpkin Spice Latte and Apple Picking. And this is Read a Book with Fruit or Beverage on the cover or in its name. For this one, I have picked The Lie Tree by Frances Hardinge. I don't know how to pronounce that. But as you can see, you have an apple on the cover. This is about a girl who is looking for revenge for her father. And there is this tree that when she whispers lies to this tree, the tree will bear fruit, and the fruit will give her a truth. So yeah, it sounded really like an interesting premise. I've been wanting to read this one for a little while, and I decided this was the perfect time, because, apple on the cover. Then we have Trick or Treat, read a mystery or a thriller. Now, I do have this one. I'm hoping it'll come in. I have it on hold at my library. If not, I'll have to find another book for this. But for this one, I have A Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkness. I know this is now a series or a show on Netflix, I think. No, on AMC. And this is about another girl in a library. So I've got two library. I don't know how I ended up with that. But she finds a magical book and puts it back, but because she kind of opened that door with this magical book, there are vampires and witches and demons and other things that are coming through. And so this is all about what happens with that. And it sounds, I don't know, I've been wanting to read this for a little while. A lot of people really like this. And so I thought this would be the perfect time to read that. Okay, now, so the last challenge is I want s'mores. Read a sweet read. Now this is, because like all these are like fantasy, most of these are kind of like fantasy-ish. This one is a contemporary. Because I was just getting tired, and I actually own this book, and I've been wanting to read it, so I thought, why not? And this one is All's Fair in Love and Cupcakes by Betsy St. Amant. And this is about a cupcake maker, I believe. She lives in Louisiana. She's working in her aunt's bakery. Oh yeah, it's a reality TV show where they're making cupcakes. So I thought that sounded really good, and I've been really liking reading about people cooking lately and stuff. And I saw this at Ollie's. It was only $2.99. So I bought this and thought, why not? You know, I don't own very many contemporaries, and this one looked kind of sweet and cute. And I thought this would be a perfect book for this challenge because, I mean, what's sweeter than cupcakes, right? So, anyway, this is what I will be reading for the Fall Into Readathon. Let me know if you've read any of these books. If you're interested in reading any of these books, let me know if you want to buddy read a book during the week of the 23rd through the 29th. And we can arrange it where we can buddy read. So, anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to always be kind to one another. And I'll see you again in the next video. Bye.